This is the part 4 of the video Randomized Trial of 4 Financial Incentive Program for Smoking Cessation. So we continue with the video.
The good news is, as you continue to heal, we have a spirometry today, which is that breathing test that you did. We compared that to one you did about 6 months ago. It is quite a bit worse. Now, a lot of that will get better with time, but also a lot of that kind of depends upon whether you continue to smoke or not.
This is when we're going to talk about my smoking, huh?
Well, Paige, we don't have to talk about anything you don't want to talk about. Those are going to be decisions that only you can make. I can't make you quit, and so that's just going to have to be your decision. I want you to know, though, that I'm here to support you. And even though we've talked about smoking cessation and some things that you could do in the past, you've been kind of resistant about that. I wonder if having this bout in the hospital has done anything to change your mind.
Well, I think I need to seriously think about it. Again, evidently my health is on the line because it was just a really bad experience for me.
So, bad experience.
Mm-hmm.
So if we look down the road, maybe 5, 10 years, and you decided not to quit smoking, what do you think that would look like for you?
Probably not good. I would see me not being able to breathe at all. And again, just my biggest fear would be needing oxygen every day, all day.
Oxygen is a pretty strong motivator for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, so it sounds to me like if you didn't quit smoking, that you feel like your overall health might really be at risk.
Yes.
Where does that leave you?
That I need to start considering it more seriously than I have in the past if I want a different outcome.
If it's okay at this point, Paige, that's great. But let's talk about, if it's okay, what's something called a decision balance. So, and it involves 4 things to think about. It's almost like writing it on a page, but we're going to do it in the air or whatever.
Okay.
So, what are the good things about smoking that you like if you didn't decide to quit? What are some of the negatives about smoking if you didn't decide to quit? And then if you did quit, what would be some of the good things? And then what would be some of the negative things if you did quit? So tell me, if you would, what are some of the good things that you like about smoking if you continue to smoke the way you are?
Okay. I like the taste. I like how it feels in my throat. I love the social aspect of it. I have smoking friends. I have non-smoking friends. And just when I'm with my friends that smoke, it is just a lot of fun. It's just something we do, as odd as that sounds. And I love it with my coffee first thing in the morning a lot.
So some of the good things are the taste, particularly with coffee, how it makes you feel. And then it sounds like there's a big social component to smoking for you.
There is.
Tell me about then what would be some of the negatives if you continued to smoke and didn't quit.
My health, that would be the number one. Things that are negative about smoking, the smell in my clothes, my hair, and that it's a lot of people that I surround myself with, it's not socially acceptable anymore. And that does make me uncomfortable.
So some of the negative things would be its impact on your health.
Right.
The smell, clothes, and so forth. And then there's a lot of kind of social pushback.
Yes, there is.
With cigarette smoking. I see. What else?
Well, my husband, Dan, recently stopped smoking. And he's done quite well, but now it seems like he's righteous and I'm an addict. And he says things like, you could just do it if you'll just do it. You know what those cigarettes are going to do to you. Why don't you just stop? I tell him I've stopped 100 times and I'll stop when I'm ready. but that's put a strain on things.
It does sound like he's concerned about you and concerned about your health, and that he loves you.
I know. It just doesn't feel that way sometimes, but I know that he would be supportive because he wants what's best for me.
But on the other hand, it's hard to put up with some of that stuff, and I think it shows a lot of inner strength in you to put up with some of that, even though it's kind of a pain.
Well, thank you. I'd like to think so.
So, what would be some of the positives, some of the good things about quitting?
Based on what you told me here today, even if I have some permanent damage, you encouraged me to believe that if I stop, that I could get better and definitely avoid the oxygen tank. That would be the biggest positive. The second positive was that Dan and I would have a little more peace in our home and get along better, and he would see that I, want to be on the planet. My clothes would smell better, my hair would smell better, my car would smell better. I wouldn't have to worry about, sneaking somewhere when I wanted to smoke and it wasn't socially acceptable in the situation I'm in. So there are a lot of positives.
Okay. So, again, on one hand, there are a lot of good things that you enjoy about smoking. And on the other hand, you've given me quite a list of things that if you did quit, there would be a lot of ways that your life would be better. So, where does that leave you now?
That I just really need to do this. I need to concentrate on the good things and just be ready to stop. I just need to stop.
Sounds like you're pretty committed. So let's talk about a scale then. In terms of being ready to quit, 0 being not ready at all, and 10 being like, yeah, I'm really ready to quit. Where are you on that, do you think?
I'm going to say an 8.
8. Why an 8 and not a 5 or a 6?
It all just goes back to this recent event and the fears that I have, or where it would be. I'll go back to your 5 to 10 years from now, and that's just not
a pretty picture.
No, it's not.
Tell me some of the things that you are aware of that can help you in this quest.
Well, I'm very familiar with nicotine gum and nicotine patches. I do wear the patch, and they work very well for me, especially at work, because I'm not allowed to smoke at work, nor would I want to be smoking at work, again, with the people that I'm with. And that's really about all I've ever tried. Or cold turkey, and that just never went well.
That never went well for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know about the NC Quit line?
I've heard the commercials on the radio, but I've never looked into it.
Would it be okay if we talked about that for a minute?
Sure.
This is a fantastic program page. They have a lot of information, but the great thing is you can actually have your own personal smoking counselor, and you can call them or you can leave a message with them to call you, but there's a tremendous amount of support there, and that's been a very helpful thing. And the great thing for me is they will actually call me and give me kind of follow-up information on how you're doing. How does that sound?
Sounds very intriguing. Sounds like it could be helpful.
Yeah.
Not just depend on Dan with my journey.
So we just sounds like more support.
Right.
You wouldn't feel alone in this battle.
Right.
Yeah. So I heard the nicotine patches and gum, and then possibly the quit line. Anything else that you've heard about or that you might be interested in there?
Well, I do know Dan had a quit date. Is that something I have to do?
Again, decisions that only you can make, Paige.
Okay.
But if it's okay, I can tell you a little bit about the research about the quit date.
Okay.
Most of the research shows that if indeed you can kind of look at your calendar and see a time that would be better to quit than than not, it's really helpful to have a quit date and to tell as many people as you can about that this is the day I'm quitting. Again, it tends to garner that social support and increases the commitment level. How does that sound?
Well, that makes sense. Why it would be better than just today will be the day.
Is there any time that would be better for you to get a quit date than another day?
We do have some plans coming up, so I think a week from Monday socially would be better.
That's the day, a week from Monday.
Yes.
Would it be okay if our office called you on that day to just, again, give you a little bit more support, let you know that we're with you?
Sure. That would be good.
So let's go back to another one of those scales. Scale
Okay.
of 0 to 10 in terms of your confidence about doing this. 0 being no confidence, 10 being, hey, I have a lot of confidence about my ability to quit. Where would you be on that scale?
I think with everything we discussed today, I would like to leave on a 10, and that's how I feel.
That's tremendous.
It is.
That is
And it
tremendous.
feels good.
It feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Feels
I
like
can still be a little wary, but it feels good.
Yeah, it feels like you have
A plan
this time.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And I want to feel better.
Well, congratulations. I think that's probably the biggest health decision that you could possibly make in your life, particularly in light of what you've just been through. So
right.
I think this is a really good time. And I applaud your courage doing it. It takes a lot to make this decision, so good for you.
Well, thank you.
So I will call you. We'll give you some information about the quit line when you leave. You can take care of the patches and gum since they're over the counter. And if it's okay, let's schedule an appointment in 2 to 3 weeks out to get you back and see how things are going.
Now we continue. Conclusion. Excellent incentive to accept the challenge to stop smoking. The result has stated that rewards for smoke cessation are more effective overall than are deposit-based contracts owing to their much higher rate of acceptance. Thank you.